maybe I'm quick to say this, I'm jumping the gun here, but guys, I'm going to say it. Yeah, I'm going to say it. There we go. That's better. Light's blocking it. About a couple hours ago, I already made a video on this, but I do want to speak on this. Kalen Deboer, and actually, hold on. My apologies. What am I doing? Matt, lock in. Kalen Deboer, yet again, welcome to the team, my brother. I'm excited now. I know I said the past couple of days, not very excited, but after watching that speech, man, oh man, had me smiling. Not gonna lie, I smiled. Your boy Matt cracked a smile. And I know I also said, hey, I probably ain't even gonna start smiling until we start winning games and season starts, but I was very impressed. Not that Kalen Deboer needs to impress me. My opinion's irrelevant, but I was very pleased and impressed as an Alabama fan. And I think most Alabama fans should be impressed. It was a heck of a speech. Wasn't too long, wasn't too short. I learned a lot about him too in that 20-minute speech. I learned a lot about his personality, his morals, ethics. He's a high integrity guy. I like that, and he's going to hold his players to the same standards he holds himself, and I love that. I do, and it's weird because last night I said, all right, here's my message to Kalen Deboer, and a lot of the things I touched on, a lot of things, and if you watched the video last night, you know what I'm talking about. If not, feel free to check it out. A lot of the things I said I want Kalen Deboer to install in our program and to keep doing within our program, he addressed and said in the introduction. Coincidence? I don't know. I just thought it was pretty funny because he hit the nail on the head for me, man. If I was grading his introduction, I'm not going to give it an A plus because that's perfect, but I'm going to give it an A. So a 95, 96 out of 100. It was that good, but I haven't even addressed this. You're probably sitting there saying, man, why the crap did you write this down? I wrote it down because this stuck out to me in a 20-minute speech. He stated, sorry, switch hands here with the mic, energy, attitude, and effort. No matter if our players are having a good day, the coaching staff is having a good day, bad day, no matter how bad it gets, we always got to have great energy, attitude, and effort. And I like that. I really like that because that's not something you hear a lot. You hear a lot of people say discipline, dominate, like I said, work hard. You don't hear this a lot. Energy, attitude, and effort. I like that. I really like that. And all throughout his press conference, you know what? I'm going to play a short snippet. I'm not even going to show you it. I'm just going to play it through the mic here because it is that important to this video to me. All right, got it right here. Remember when I said, hey, and oh yeah, by the way, I saw people comment on the last video because I said, hey, the standard, we ain't going back to mediocrity. The standard's not to go 10-2. I saw a bunch of people saying, Matt, what is this guy talking about? Matt, you're tripping. 10-2 is great. No, it's not. And guess what? Kalen Deboer even talked about that. Let me roll a clip.
And when I look at places that I want to be, it's about winning championships. And that's an expectation that I cannot wait and accept as a privilege to try to uphold, winning SEC championships, winning national championships. That's an expectation and a love and an interest that I've always had and a passion that I'll have, and looking forward to carry on with our players, our staff, and all of you.
That's all I'm going to show you. The point is, he himself is saying, hey, I can't wait for the pressure. And he also stated, I love the pressure. It's a privilege. I love to hear that, man. I can't tell you enough how much I love to hear that. And it goes back to this. Get this out of the way. We're done with the whiteboard. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't, man. Deboer gets it. He gets it. And even for himself, this is a guy, let me remind y'all, he's 102-14. It's not just, he's not just saying this to say it. No, I firmly believe he expects to win championships. That is the standard for himself. Not just a standard at Alabama, that's why it's a great fit. Deboer's standard on the left here, championships. Alabama's standard on the right here, championships. Put them together, boom, match made in heaven. That's what it is, at least to me. Many more things I could say, guys. Many more things. And here's the last thing I'm going to say, and we're going to end off the video. I want to make this a short, simple, and sweet video for your Saturday night. Not that you're doing anything anyways, besides watching the Dolphins and Kansas City Chiefs game. And guess what? You're probably not even watching that game because it's on freaking Peacock. What are we doing? We got playoff games on Peacock. This is why college football is the best sport, but I digress here. It feels like I've said I love everything about his press conference. I said press conference. Matt, what are you talking about? It's press conference. Sorry, I can't speak today. But the one thing that stood out to me the most is the humility. All right? As a man, maybe we got some female, I know we got some female viewers. Shout out to the female viewers, by the way. I don't say that a lot. And this is also random, but shout out to the 256. If you're from the 256, I want to see you in the comment section. Supposed to get some snow Monday and Tuesday, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Successful men have egos. They do. It's as plain and simple. Athletes have egos. And you could argue and say even non-successful men have egos. So we'll just say men have egos, period, the end. 99.9% of them. And there's this whole misconception that having egos is terrible and atrocious and bad trait to have. And no, it's not. You're supposed to have an ego. If you don't have an ego, you're a loser and you're going to let all these people walk over you and stomp on your life. No, you got to have an ego. But there's a huge difference from having an ego and being cocky, and that's a different conversation for a different day. But the point is, Kalen Deboer has not just put his ego away. I don't even know what you call this. He has squashed it. The first thing he talked about is he brought up Bear Bryant, Nick Saban, and he's brought up how he's going to embrace the program and he's going to let all the alumni come back. He's not coming into this job with a point to prove. And I think a lot of head coaches, now that I think about it, I think a guy like Dan Lanning probably would have done that. Probably wouldn't have wanted a lot of the alumni to be involved. I don't know. I'm just saying, because when you're taking over a job like this, you don't want to be in the shadow, okay? You don't want to let Nick Saban kind of linger around. You don't want to let all these alumni linger around because then it's not really your team. It's the Saban's old team. You get what I'm saying? But Deboer, like he said, he's embracing it. And he's more than happy. It's not even just like he's willing. He is happy to say, oh, yeah, Saban's the greatest of all time, man. And I probably won't be able to do what he did. And I'm going to need him to give me advice and all that. The humility. That's the word I'm going to use. That he continued to show all throughout the press conference. He kept going back to it and back to it. I was like, man. Maybe I'm quick to say this. I'm jumping the gun here. But guys, I'm going to say it. Yeah, I'm going to say it. I think Kalen Deboer is a pretty good dude. And I was looking on Twitter and late last night I was looking everywhere. And everything that stuck out to me is I ain't heard nobody say a single bad thing about this guy. And that is a good sign as well. As an Alabama fan, I don't just want to win games. I don't. I want our leader, which is the head coach by default, to not just be a good/great football coach. I want him to be a good/great person as well. I want a guy that I can look up to off the field. Because that's why I love Nick Saban so much. I looked up to him off the field as well. Not just on the field, but off the field. That's the difference. There's many more things I could say, many more things I can address. I'm going to end it off here. Let me know your thoughts down below. But